Thanks very much again. Thank you for being here in the channel. Hello, how are you? Thanks for all your support. Thank you so much. So in the video of today, we are going to talk about self-management. Self-management, the ability to manage our resources, our time, our energy, our work, to get the most of everything, to get the most of every activity, every work we do, so we can multiply the opportunities, no? To take the most of every opportunity that is presented to us. So for this, I'm going to mention 6 tips or skills that I consider fundamental to get a good self-management, no? So we can get the best outcome of everything. So the first skill I'm going to mention is time management. You have to have good time management. You have to know every day what you have to do every time, how you're going to do it, where, which resources you need. You have to have a good planification. You cannot wait. You have to do the planification the day before at least. You cannot wait until the same moment to decide what you are going to do, because that is going to take you a lot of time. It's going to cause delays. It's better to do it with plenty of time, with researching, looking into what you need to do, how, okay, and to get organized. You have to be organized. So I did a video about that, about planification. I'm going to leave the link. So if you like to know more about it, you can check that video and have a deeper understanding of what I'm trying to say now. Because yes, I could talk more about it, but this is a short video just to show 6 skills that they are relevant for self-management, so everybody can put it into practice and to understand it and to put it into practice. Anyone with intelligent of a 11 years old child can do it. Yes, you just need a brain of an 11 years old child to put into practice what I'm explaining in this video. So I hope it helps everyone. The second skill I'm going to mention is goal setting. You have to have goals. You have to establish goals to be able to construct the life you want, to be able to construct the person you want to be. You have to establish goals, and in that way you are developing yourself, you are developing your life. So yeah, for example, I don't know, I'm going to do the driving license, after I'm going to buy my car, after I'm going to find a job, after I'm going to save to have my own home, after I'm going to save to have my own business, or to have another investment. Okay, you have to plan, you have to set goals, and after plan the thing we did before, time management. So I did a video in relation with that, in how to establish future goals, and also it's related in how to make decisions, because you have to decide what you want to do and what is the most suitable action or activity or a step that you're going to do. You cannot go like a crazy, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. No, you have to decide what you want to do and make decisions and establish your goals for the best for you, for what you want to achieve. The goals and or the activities or the steps to achieve a final aim. Okay. So for example, to have my own car, first I need to enroll in the driving school, get the driving license, after save, or get the money, and after get the car, something like that. Okay, so I'm going to leave the link about these videos I'm mentioning about the how to establish future goals and also how to make decisions. So I hope they help you. They talk more about it, so you can get the benefits from it. The third skill that is necessary for a good self-management is self-reflection. You have to be aware of your inner world. You have to be you have to have self-awareness. You have to do introspection and be able to evaluate yourself, how you relate with yourself, how you communicate with others, how you interact with the world, which references do you use to become to, or which models do you use as references to for you to be the person you want to be. So that is very related with the surrounding, with the environment, with the collectivity. What is surrounding us, which elements we are doing the homeostasis to get the information, the energy to become who we are, with what we are interacting, with what we are interchanging energy information to become who we want to become. So I did a video about that, about the education and the collective. I'm going to leave the link too, so you can understand a bit better what it's about. Also is another video about the education and ubication that also explains how is the environment impacting how we are, how we behave. Okay. So the other skill I'm going to mention for a good self-management is self-motivation. It's true that it's very nice when we have people around us who tell us, come on, do this, come on, do that, well done, you are doing the best. Or it's nice when we put a movie, a song that can inspire us to keep moving, no? To keep going after our goals. But sometimes that's not possible. Maybe in the morning you don't have time, you wake up sad and you don't have time to put a movie or to watch a movie. So you have to be able to motivate yourself. So that is related with intrinsic motivation. The intrinsic motivation is the motivation that comes from us, and the extrinsic motivation is the motivation that comes from outside us. So we have to find a way to activate our intrinsic motivation, no? Which sometimes seems to be easier with long-term goals, no? Well, not so long, like for medium-term goals, like for example, learning to swim. I'm going to learn to swim because I will be able to enjoy the sea. I will be able to feel safer in the beach when I'm going on holidays. I might be able to have a pool in my home. I will be able to enjoy the pool more. I might become a lifeguard. But with routinary activities or behaviors that we have to be doing every day to achieve our long-term goal, it might be more difficult to find the motivation, no? So we have to find a way. One strategy that I was told a long time ago is that you thinking that for everything that you don't do, you are losing like $200, no? They told me 200 euros, but let's put $200. So think that, for example, if I'm not passing that information into the computer now, I'm losing $200. If I'm not putting the washing machine now, I'm losing $200. If I don't do the dishes now, I'm losing $200. So that's a good technique, no, to keep you doing these routinary things that for which are difficult to see the results, no, but they are contributing to the final result, of course. So also I did a video about the intrinsic motivation. I'm going to leave the link so you can watch it and see it and have a deeper understanding of what I'm trying to say. Understanding. Thanks so much. The other skill I'm going to mention in relation with self-motivation is the emotional regulation. You have to be in the right emotional state to be able to carry one particular activity or another. You cannot go to a birthday party crying. Like you cannot go to a funeral laughing. I mean, anything can happen, but you have to be able to regulate your own emotional state to be able to be suitable to do a particular activity or another. So, for example, depending how you wake up, no, you will do the activities in one way or another. It's not the same waking up and saying, I'm going to work. Wow, eventually I will buy this, my new car, whatever, than waking up like this. I'm going to work again. Oh my God. It's not the same, no? It will be more difficult to do it in the second option, the one that we see job as a burden. So yeah, you have to be able to regulate your emotions then, and be in the most suitable state, emotional state, to be able to carry the activities in the best ways. Because also depending the job you do, no? If you work with people, you cannot go like, I mean, if you are a psychologist, you cannot go like, you cannot, I mean, you have to be in the right emotional state. So for example, if you wake up with a big sadness, what are you going to do? Are you going to explore the more darkest experience of your existence to see how you will be able to come out of it? And see and explore how sad you were and how you were able to come out of it? Or you will put a comedy and forget about the sadness, or you will write about the sadness and decide to feel better? How you are going to manage this emotion? Because definitely, I think I mentioned this in another video, if I never eat, I cannot give somebody food. If I am not happy, I cannot bring happiness to somebody's life, to somebody else's life. If I am not positive, I cannot bring positivity to somebody else's life. So this is also related a lot with pessimism and optimism. I did a video about that. I will leave the link so you can see better what is about all of this. And also I did another video about the emotional regulation. So if you see these videos, you will know better what I'm talking about and get more benefit of it. But definitely we have to be able to manage our own emotions to be more successful and to be more productive and efficiently. Okay. The last skill I'm going to mention in relation with self-management is the commitment. We have to be responsible. We have to be trustful, trustworthy. We have to people have to understand that they can rely on us. We cannot say I'm going to do this and after don't do it. You have to have commitment with what you have decided to be committed to. If not, you are not going to reach any goal. If you keep changing your plans all the time and giving up, you are not going anywhere. No chance. It's okay that one time you change your mind, or twice or 3 times, but for example, I don't know. If you start to do the driving license and already you give up 5 times, leave the driving license, you are not going to get it. No chance. Or if you change your degree 5 times already, no chance. You are not going to achieve anything. You are not going to achieve anything that way. If you decided to do your driving license, you have to do it. You have to go to the end with it. I mean, if anything happens, no, it can happen an accident or it can happen something else. But I mean, if by your own destiny, by your own decision, you decide to change plans, you cannot change plans too much. You have to adjust to one of the plans to be able to reach the end of it and to get the benefits. That is related a lot with the personal disorder and the personal order. I did a video about that. I'm going to leave it here so you can understand better what I'm trying to talk about it and to get more benefits from it and get a better self-management. So I wish this video have helped you. Please share with people who can benefit from this video. Please subscribe to the channel, it's free, and like this video and leave a comment. And I hope to see you in the next video, and I'm going to leave all the links in the comment or in the description about the videos I mentioned So to get more information about it, to get more educated about the self-management, so you can get the most of every opportunity that is coming into your life. Okay. So thanks very much again. I wish you the best. My best wishes to all of you. Thanks so much. See you in the next video. Bye, 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 bye. Bye.